Well, we know that the return of Gabriel Jesus has gone ahead to excite very many Arsenal fans, but there is the most excited of all, and that is a player known as Martinelli Gabriel. He has really gone ahead to really expose his excitement as far as his return is concerned. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And in his own words, he has really gone ahead to really thank the team and how they've really worked a lot on his return, and he can't help to see him return. And Jorginho has gone ahead and really talked about how really the energy is high at Carrington and at Emirates when they are playing every kind of game. And lastly, Thomas Partey has been called up by his Ghanaian national team to take part into the African Cup qualifier tournament that is taking down in Africa. Even my country, Uganda, is in, but it looks like we might not qualify this time round. If at all you don't win that double tie between us and Tanzania, then we are doomed. That's it. So smash the like button, and Rokani David is my name. Let's get into this as we really do it thick and fast. Now, Martinelli is one of those exciting young talents, 21 years of age, and is playing for Arsenal. He was bought from the 5th division of the Brazilian league, and he was brought in at Arsenal, and he has gone ahead to surprise very many. Now, on Gabriel Jesus' return, he said for sure it's a big boost. He's a great guy and a great player. For me, he's one of the best in the world. It's going to help us a lot in the last few months of the season. Now, he has the reason to be the most excited player for this guy to return. Do you know why? The stats of Martinelli, the form at which he was on when Jesus was leading the line, was really impeccable. He could score goals. He was playing freely. And why is he the most beneficial player from the play of Jesus? Because when Jesus is playing, he leans so much onto the left side where Martinelli plays, and that creates space for Martinelli to switch inside and obviously find himself on the score sheet. I think Mikel Arteta got it late, because the moment Trossard came in through, I thought that it would have gone down into his memory lane that, all right, it should be Trossard playing as a false number 9 and then Martinelli playing wide. You've seen those games where Trossard has been playing as a false number 9. Martinelli just found himself in a position of really playing better and better and better. That's why he's excited about Gabriel Jesus, because Jesus is more than Trossard. He's more than Trossard. He has the energy, he presses well, he's good at taking off players. So even Trossard has a very good skill set, but Jesus is a different kind of breed or specimen altogether when he's leading the line. And they come from the same country, that is Brazil. They love one another, and the chemistry they have in between each other. You know, when you're playing with players of the same wavelength of talent, you see to it that you complement one another very well. To me, I like always to see, you know why I watch Arsenal games? I like to watch a lot of Arsenal games when Jesus was playing, because of that pattern that I developed in between Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Odegaard, and Martinelli. When you look at the left side of the pitch of Arsenal, when Jesus is on the field of play, guys, it's really the deadliest. And if at all we are to be really real and to be exact, when Jesus is available, the left-hand side of Arsenal creates most of the goals, or delivers most of the goals to the Arsenal side. So that's why Martinelli is really excited about the return of this player. He has talked about him being world class. That is it. That is it. Jesus is world class. He's one of the few world class players that Arsenal really having. I think Thomas Partey is world class. Jesus is world class. Zinchenko is world class. Who else is world class? Odegaard. 1-2 seasons, if at all he plays at the same level, is going to be world class. Bukayo Saka, not yet world class, he's top class. It's consistency that makes you a world class player. Martinelli, not yet world class. So Jorginho is world class. Yes, Jorginho is world class. So he's talking about him being world class, and it's going to help them a lot in the last few months of the season. So in this last bend of the season, obviously, Arsenal have been given a gift of Jesus. His return is really is really unexplainable. The best way to explain it, you wait when he plays for Arsenal. You're going to see the importance of this man on the field of play. He's just one of the kind of the players that you wouldn't like to miss out into your team. And let me show you these stats that Arsenal put up before this guy got an injury. Let me throw them in. So, we've been told that Gabriel Jesus in the Premier League before the World Cup, he had the most touches in the opposition box. He was the second most, he had the most take-ons attempted, second most duels won, second most fouls won, fourth most shots on target. You get? Now, tell me why Martinelli shouldn't be happy or excited over the return of this man. He has to. He has to, because this guy is a monster. He's a beast of a striker, to best refer to him. 141 touches in the opposition box, 108 duels won, 38 fouls won, 58 take-ons completed, goals and assists 10. Guys, I believe if he had not gotten that injury, he would have found himself in a position of having a double figure in goals and involvements. Would have gone ahead to score some 6 or 7 goals more and some 6-7 assists. So, however much he's going to come back and play like 10 games for the remaining season of the Arsenal side, I see him as one of those players that is going to help Arsenal lift the trophy. And he's really one of those that you have to base on to get this done and dust. That is Martinelli for you. Let's go to Jorginho and what he has said today. Jorginho has told us that the energy is really high. It's really good energy. I think that's why the team is where it is, and we're probably going to keep going this way. The team's going to fly high. So, Jorginho is anticipating Arsenal to fly high and high. And obviously, who is there to say no? Who is saying no to the flying high of Arsenal? They have to fly high because the manager is right. He has recruited the best players. He has gone ahead to find a team. Instead, he has gone ahead to find a team, not individual players. They complement themselves well. Those patterns are really developing. When you look at the energy being really high, look at how they won the game of Aston Villa 4-2. They were twice behind and they really came in and really braved through and won that beautiful game of football. The game of Leicester, 1-0 away from home, 2 consecutive wins away from home after losing to Man City. Then they went back to Emirates. They beat Everton, a team that really made them suffer their first loss ever since return from the World Cup, 1-0 at Goodson Park. They eased past it by 4-0. Then, over the weekend, it was the most important game for Arsenal this season. For the very first time, they've gone 2 goals down and came back and won it. You get 2-0 because they've been at the level of 2-1. You get, but this time it was 2 goals down. And they came back and they braved through that and they won it. When you talk about the energy, I think he's really right. So, and the team is flying high because they are topping the Premier League. We have no doubt about that. Now, this story won't go down well to Arsenal fans because Thomas Partey is returning from injury and most Arsenal fans would love to see him preserved, not going to play for Ghana or to play for the national team. But obviously, the national team is one of those duties that Thomas Partey enjoys. And sometimes he has gone there often and really gotten injuries. But this time round, Ghana Black Stars have confirmed that Thomas Partey has been called by the Ghana national team for the upcoming games in the international break. Obviously, they are going to play some good games as the Ghanaian national team, and they are going to play in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers for next year in January. When you look at the group stages, where is Ghana? Ghana. Let me check for Ghana here. Ghana AFCON qualifiers. Let's see. Let me check for AFCON qualifier fixtures and see who is Ghana going to play and in which group they are, because I want to be exact and know which opponents they are going to take on. Soon. When you look at Ghana, Ghana. Ghana is a team that really has lots of players in there for you. And when you look at the fixture here, brought to us by ESPN, Ghana is going to play Angola on the 20th of March. I think it's going to be a Monday. Then they have to play another game. Uganda is going to be playing Tanzania. Nigeria, what is Nigeria? So they're going to play Angola. I think it's going to be a double tie this time. I think every team they're going to play first, they're going to play again. They are going to play away and then host that team again. So those are going to be 2 games that Ghana are really going to be playing. And I think he's really going to be one of those players that's really pivotal for the national team. And we know how important he is for that Ghana national team. And the last time he played for them, he never found himself injured. But it's good to see to it that we are back to see these players really playing for their national teams, especially Thomas Partey with the Ghanaian national team. And I think the Ghana national team is really going to have a very ice-cold moment, because they have to remember the late Christian Atsu, the fallen national team player. And they will observe a moment of silence to remember his work. When you look at Ghana, Thomas Partey is somewhere here. Midfielders: Thomas Partey, Shimeru, Salis Mohamed, Ado. And we look at forwards: Muhammad Kudus, a joy to watch, Andre Ayew, Kamal, then Inakwi, then Antone Semenyo. That's it. So when you look at this team, they're really having lots of players to watch, but Thomas Partey is really one of those who is really making a lot of noise on his being called the Ghana national team. So guys, your thoughts on Martinelli excited about Jesus' return are welcome in the comment section below. Then what do you think about Jorginho talking about Arsenal's spirit being high and the team is performing at a high level? And lastly, Thomas Partey being invited to take part in the international games of Ghana, where he's going to play Angola to and fro in a double tie-legged in their country. And I think they all originate from West Africa, not so? So your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. We are jetting into the match day live. Anytime from now, 20 minutes from now, the lineup is going to be out. We are going to be knowing who is starting. Is Yakub Kivio making his debut for Arsenal? That's it. So guys, thank you very much for watching it through. Let's have close to 200 likes on this video, guys. Not so? So, bye-bye. See you later, mates. Is there anything I've not tackled? All right. We have to really exalt the Most High. May the Lord bless you abundantly, guys. And we are going to be having a long night because United is playing, Arsenal is playing. The good thing is that they are all playing at different time intervals, and we are going to be live here to do the needful, known as the match day live. Next, I'm out.